there have been a number of milestone projects and undertakings of IBN, which are in progress of various phases. For example, the 900 megawatt Arun 3rd hydroelectric project, the status of it is 50% physical progress has been achieved in generation component and 12% progress in transmission component, with a capital increment of around 62.28 billion approved by the board. And there are quite a number of similar projects which are at various stages. And taking all this together, what IBN aims is to fast-track economic development in Nepal by creating an investment-friendly environment, ladies and gentlemen, just to mobilizing domestic and foreign investment for large infrastructures in the country. And today is yet another episode, yet another day, where we look forward to proceed ahead, take a step ahead to one national pride project of utmost priority. And it's just a matter of time. In the next 1 hour or so, we will see this materializing. And your valuable presence only adds impetus to all the efforts that we've been putting in. Our distinguished dignitaries are arriving here at the venue at any time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure they're just a few moments away from this venue. We shall begin the formalities upon their arrival here. Thank you again for your kind cooperation and for bearing with us. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now announce the arrival of our chief guest, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Sher Bahadur Deuba. Please join me in extending our Right Honorable Chief Guest a warm welcome to this very august and historic event. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a very, very important day for us, and we are so very honored and humbled by the gracious presence of the Right Honorable Prime Minister. And to extend a gesture of welcome, may I now request the CEO of the Office of the Investment Board of Nepal, Mr. Sushil Bhatta, accompanied by the Chairman and MD of NHPC, Mr. Abhay Kumar Singh, to kindly present. Kindly take their seats at the dais first. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a matter of a great pride and privilege now to proceed with the very, very important formalities of today, the event for which all of us have gathered herein. And at the very outset, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to present our gratitude to our distinguished dignitaries for their gracious presence amidst us today. First and foremost, may I request the CEO of the Office of the Investment Board of Nepal, Mr. Sushil Bhatta, along with the Chairman and MD of NHPC, Mr. Abhay Kumar Singh, to kindly make a presentation of this a bouquet to our chief guest, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, as a gesture of welcome to this historic and august ceremony. We will now be extending our welcome with the presentation of the bouquet to our distinguished dignitaries, namely the Honorable Minister of Finance, Mr. Janardhan Sharma, Honorable Minister for Energy, Water Resources and Irrigation, Ms. Bambha Bhusal, Honorable Minister for Industry, Commerce and Supplies, Mr. Dilendra Prasad Badu, Honorable Minister for Forest and Environment, Mr. Pradeep Yadav. May I invite up on stage Honorable Chief Minister of Sudur Paschim Province, Mr. Trilochan Bhatta, to kindly grace us up on stage. And I request the CEO of IBN and the Chairman and MD of NHPC to kindly make a presentation of a bouquet as a gesture of welcome to the Honorable Chief Minister, Sudur Paschim Province, Mr. Trilochan Bhatta. Thank you. Thank you, sirs. Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency the Ambassador of India to Nepal, Mr. Naveen Srivastava, was also scheduled to be with us today. He was very much eagerly looking forward to being a part of this event. However, owing to his ill health condition, he could not be here with us and has conveyed his greetings and best wishes to the CEO of the Office of IBN, Mr. Sushil Bhatta. And yes, of course, the Chairman and MD of NHPC, Mr. Abhay Kumar Singh. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. And this gets us set for the major formalities of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, beginning with our distinguished dignitaries up on stage, and to all of you, I request all of you to kindly rise for the national anthem of Nepal. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Right Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Sher Bahadur Deuba, the Honorable Ministers, the High representatives of Nepal government, honorable MPs, former policymakers, former MPs, former secretaries of Nepal government, the incumbent secretaries, all the high representatives from the government and other stakeholder organizations, and to each and every one present here. Thank you so much for making it here with us at this very, very historic juncture. It's an important day to record, ladies and gentlemen, as we mark yet another milestone in Nepal-India bilateral ties. Adding impetus to connectivity and cooperation have been emphasized spheres of this age-old and cherished bilateral ties like no other. With the common aim of creating a robust regional energy cooperation and connect, Nepal and India are coming together to pursue projects that are pivotal to this effect. And today we shall witness the signing of MoU on 750 megawatt West Seti hydroelectric project, 450 megawatt Seti River 6 hydroelectric project, which are considered pivotal in bringing about the very much aspired socio-economic benefits to the country. And this day marks very much historic, as we are signing an MoU for the largest hydropower plant, hydroelectric power project that's 1,200 megawatts, the largest signed or pursued so far in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, today a long wait is coming to fruit today, and at the very outset, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to each and every individual and entities who have lent their contribution from conceptualizing to materializing this venture of national pride, that too of utmost priority and weightage. From the former policymakers to the team of consultants and experts, province government of Sudur Paschim, the leadership, leaders and the people, we extend our deep-felt gratitude for your invaluable support, and as we look forward together in realizing Nepal's economic prosperity dreams. Said that, ladies and gentlemen, to extend our formal welcome to this distinguished gathering here, I have the privilege of inviting to the podium the Joint Secretary at the Office of the Investment Board of Nepal, Mr. Amrit Lamsal.
Thank you very much. Namaste and very good evening. Right Honorable Prime Minister and Chair of the Investment Board, Honorable Finance Minister and Vice Chair of the Investment Board, Honorable Ministers, Honorable Chief Minister of Sudur Paschim Province, Honorable State Minister, Honorable Vice Chair of the National Planning Commission, Honorable Members of Federal Parliament, respected Chief Secretary, the members of the Investment Board, respected Chief of District Coordination Committees, respected Secretaries, His Excellency, Deputy Chief of the Mission of Indian Embassy here in Nepal, respected Chairman and Managing Director and distinguished delegates from NHPC Ltd, respected mayors and the chairpersons of local governments, respected presidents and representatives of Federation of Private Sector Organization, members of Negotiation Committee for West Seti and Seti River 6 hydroelectric projects, my colleagues from Office of the Investment Board Nepal, dear friends from media, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pleased to welcome you all in this MoU signing ceremony for 750 megawatt capacity West Seti hydroelectric project and 450 megawatt Seti River 6 hydroelectric project. On behalf of the Investment Board and on my own, I wish to express my sincere thanks to your excellencies and dignitaries for accepting our invitation and joining this special event today. I also would like to take this opportunity to welcome Right Honorable Prime Minister and the Chair of the Investment Board in today's program. West Seti is one of the river basins of Nepal that is yet to be exploited to its full potential, West Sethi and Sethi River 6 hydroelectric projects that are enlisted as national pride projects and special private projects have ample opportunities to turn around the socio-economic development of the entire region. I would like to recall the endeavors of the government of Nepal to develop West Sethi hydropower projects since the 1970s. Different studies have been undertaken. However, tangible progresses couldn't be realized for almost 4 decades. The recent visit of Right Honorable Prime Minister of Nepal to India and the visit of His Excellency Prime Minister of India to Lumbini have paved the way for establishing solid foundations for the development of West Sethi and Sethi River 6 hydroelectric projects. Today's MoU signing event is a major outcome of the serious efforts taken from both ends. It is our opportunity to onboard NHPC Private Limited, a highly reputed state-owned company of India, which has constructed around 7,000 megawatt capacity energy from hydro, solar, and wind, and various projects with a total capacity of nearly 7,500 megawatt are at different stages of construction. Companies' experiences working in Himachal region and other difficult terrain that is similar to Nepal will be an added advantage for the development of these projects. Along with the signing of the MoU, the responsibilities of both the concerned government entities of Nepal and NHPC have been exponentially increased. I think we both have already demonstrated our passion and strong commitment, so as we have been able to draft the MoU in a very expeditious manner and conclude it today. I'm confident that the MoU will further strengthen our collaboration and cohesiveness in the project implementation in the future. I would like to express my gratitude to Right Honorable Prime Minister and the Chair of the Investment Board for his gracious presence today. Similarly, please let me allow to extend my sincere appreciation to Honorable Ministers, Chief Minister, Member of Parliament, respected members of IBN, Chief of District Coordination Committee, Secretaries, His Excellency, Deputy Chief of the Mission, respected CMD and delegates from NHPC, respected mayors and chairperson of local government, presidents of federations of private sector organizations, and all the distinguished participants for being here with us today. Finally, I would like to conclude my remarks with the lines borrowed from the poem of American laureate Robert Frost. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. We are at the beginning of the journey, which is very joyful. Let's work together to overcome upcoming challenges. Once again, please accept our warm and hearty welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you indeed. And indeed, we have miles to go before we sleep, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight marks yet another important landmark for us here at IBN. Please note, distinguished dignitaries, that the Investment Board of Nepal in the past 10 years of its being has worked in various transformative and strategic projects. And standing tall on its 4 pillars, particularly, the past 2 years have been significant in this regard, when the board has emphasized on executing remarkable works in preparing for institutional capacity development and attracting investors. Please note that we are marking our decade of being with a year-long celebration beginning our last anniversary, that was 14th September 2021. And pitching for West Sethi has been one successful undertaking in this period, in a series of a long list of achievements that we have recorded in the past year. To just walk you through our journey thus far, let me draw your attention towards the screen placed at your respective fronts. A quick video on the investment board, ladies and gentlemen.
Year 2011. 3 years after being a federal democratic republic, Nepal was embarking on a path to prosperity. Nepal was gearing up for accelerating industrialization through private sector engagement for a major economic transformation. with the objective of being a central fast-track government agency to facilitate economic development by creating an investment-friendly environment, mobilizing and managing domestic as well as foreign investments, Investment Board Nepal was born. We started with big aspirations of prosperity, and within 3 years of our existence, we signed project development agreements for 2 mega energy projects worth over $2 billion of foreign investment in PPP modality. The largest foreign direct investment project, Arun 3rd hydropower, will alone generate 900 megawatts of electricity. Other energy projects in the pipeline will add more than 3,000 megawatts. We facilitated projects like China-Nepal Friendship Industrial Park and Venture Waste to Energy, setting benchmark in industrial and urban infrastructure development. Our private investment projects have also been single-handedly responsible in revolutionizing the cement industry in Nepal. Hongsi Shivam, the largest cement manufacturing plant, using state-of-the-art technology and making Nepal self-reliant in clinkers. Huashin Cement is set to start operations while other cement projects are in different stages of development. We set the trend of developing bankable documents, which is now followed by other agencies. So are our practices of implementing the international standard social safeguards. For the first time, we have developed a resettlement action plan, engaging the project beneficiaries, which has restored and improved their livelihoods. To harness investment opportunities and promote Nepal as a promising investment destination, IBN organized 2 investment summits, which were able to capture the attention of global business community. One agency, one idea of fast-track project development, promotion and implementation, one stop for all investment services, and one aspiration to realize the national vision of prosperous Nepal, happy Nepali. IBN, as the first reference point for investment in Nepal, aims at accelerating investment in transformative infrastructure projects across a variety of sectors. This year, we have reached 10 in 10 major sectors. With more than 10 projects progressing, we aspire to graduate into a developing nation within the next 10 years. Not just the country of highest peaks, but also the investment destination with competitive advantages and business prospects. Nepal can now take up your investment to a new height, and IBN is here by your side on your expedition to the summit. IBN wholeheartedly welcomes you to invest in Nepal. Today, better than tomorrow. We commit to you remarkable experiences of growth in your business.
Ten years, ladies and gentlemen, and as we look forward to celebrating our 11th anniversary, that's just around the corner, we are only focused and looking forward to materializing the dreams of Nepal and Nepalis. And with this, we now get set for the occasion or the context that we are all here for. Based on the recommendation of Study Committee report, ladies and gentlemen, the 54th Board of the Investment Board of Nepal recommended the Council of Ministers of Nepal government to grant approval to NHPC to develop the West Sethi hydroelectric project and SR6 HEP through negotiation, and the 52nd Board gave a decision of IBN, approved the draft MoU and authorized the IBN CEO CEO to sign the MoU. And that is what brings us here together at this distinguished forum. Before we go or proceed with the major formality of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, the IBN, the Office of the Investment Board of Nepal, and the developing company, the NHPC, will now take their turn to walk you through the endeavor or the venture that's right in front of us. So to make a quick presentation about the project and give us a quick update, I have the pleasure of inviting up on stage Senior Divisional Engineer at the Office of the Investment Board of Nepal, Mr. Sagar Raj Gautam.
Sammananiya Pradhan Mantri Ji, respected dignitaries, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar, I am here to present the two hydroelectric projects, West Seti and the Seti River 6. While doing so, I'll start with a brief project description and take you through the summary of events, the latest development, and end with few highlights of the Memorandum of Understanding between IBN and NHPC that is being inked today. These two projects spread over the 5 districts in far western part of the country, Baitari, Dareldura, Doti, Bajang, and Acham. As per the past study, West Seti project will have a 195-meter high concrete-faced rock-filled storage dam envisaged to be constructed on the Seti River immediately downstream of its confluence, the Chamagad, on the G-shaped gorge. The power station is located approximately 63-meter upstream of the Seti River confluence with the Karnali River, with the dam site further 19 kilometer upstream. The dam is located about the 33-kilometer upstream of Seti Bridge at Dipal Bazar. An intake located at 5-kilometer upstream of the dam in the Sailigad Valley, a 10-meter dia, 6.7-kilometer long headrest tunnel, will lead to the powerhouse at Talkot area about 15-kilometer downstream from the dam wall, which will house 550 megawatt turbine, totaling the installed capacity of 750 megawatt. The average annual energy production is estimated to be around 3330 gigawatt hour. In terms of the Seti River 6 hydroelectric project, a recent feasibility study concluded by the Department of Electricity Development. This project is located around 50 kilometers downstream of the West Seti Dam, just below the confluence of the Buriganga River and the West Seti River. A dam of 162-meter high is envisaged with the underground powerhouse with 5 units of turbine, totaling 309 megawatt installed capacity. The average annual production is estimated to be little over 1400 gigawatt hour. This is on the Google map. We can see both the project locations. The blue line is the river course. The West Seti Dam site is proposed on the G-loop, as I said earlier, and the reservoir will extend to some 25 kilometers upstream along the Seti River, reaching past Deora Bazar, and total of 28 kilometers along the 5 tributaries, Chamgad, Tungad, Sailigad, Navaghar Gad, and the Kalanga Gad. Intake is proposed at the Sailigad Valley. Balnek area is planned for substation. Talkot area for the underground powerhouse. There is a Dareldura Dipal road along the Seti River on the right bank. Dipal Bazar is on the left bank of the Seti River. 50 kilometers downstream of the West Seti Dam site, we can see the confluence with the Buriganga, and just below is the dam site for Seti River 6, SR6. This is how the two projects have been planned to take shape in this stretch of the river as per the study done so far. Now, looking at the access route for the West Seti hydroelectric project, it can be approached by 2 highways. The one is already in existing highway, the Tangari Dareldura, which is about 150 kilometers, and another is in the making, 32 kilometer of gravel road already constructed, and the 54 kilometer is planned for the construction. So it's a total 86 kilometer, and it stretches from the Khutia, BP Nagar, Gadesdura, and end at the Dipal road. This is the access for Sethi River 6. It is under construction. It's about a total 70 kilometers. It goes up to the Selli, where the dam and the powerhouse locations are proposed. About 30 kilometers is the new road, and the 40 kilometer is under construction. So this road is called the NH62, being planned, and Muda, Kimmadi, and Selli is the stretch. As far as the transmission connectivity and the evacuation system is concerned, as per the transmission master plan and the preliminary planning, the power evacuated from West Sethi and the projects upstream of it will be taken to the new Ataria 400 kV substation, planned substation before connecting it to one of the cross-border pooling point to New Lamki substation. Likewise, the power from SR6 is also is planned to be connected to the same cross-border pooling point. Now, let me go through quickly through the summary of events. It was during 80s when both of these projects were identified. During 90s, some detailed studies were conducted. Snowy Mountain Engineering Corporation, under the MoU with MOWR, prepared the DPR of the West Sethi along with the EIA, which was approved in 1999. And later, the EIA was upgraded in the year 2008. The MoU of West Sethi was cancelled, and another collaboration was initiated with China Three Gorges International. That collaboration was again discontinued in 2017. In case of SR6, the study was further elaborated through the technical assistantship of JICA in the year 1993. Department of Electricity Development initiated the detailed feasibility study and the EIA study, and these were all completed July this year. During March 2019, in Nepal Investment Summit, these two projects were showcased. The proposals received were not encouraging, and the projects could not move ahead. June last year, IBN formed a high-level committee coordinated by Vice Chair of Nepal National Planning Commission, comprising the secretaries from Ministry of Finance, Prime Minister's Office, Ministry of Energy, Ministry of Law and Justice, CEO of IBN, Managing Director of NEA, and the private sector experts, mainly to advise and recommend on the development modality of the projects, considering the technical, financial, environmental, social aspect, along with the power market. The study committee, during the study, also visited the site and had interaction in the site and produced a report advising the IBN on the development of these projects. I will share a very short video clip which captures the field visit. How the committee was received and welcomed by the localites, and I am told that the name of the performance was called Chalia. This is an approach road starting from the Adarsanagar rural municipality of Doti, and that led to the committee to the Talara, from where the committee walked to the Dhungad. And meeting and the interaction was held in the Dhungad. Now, coming on to the latest development, during the exchange visits of Right Honourable Prime Ministers of both the countries during April and May this year, joint development of storage hydropower projects were emphasized, and interested government-owned Indian companies like NHPC was invited for the development of the projects. Following that, the NHPC, which was incorporated in 1975 as one of the largest hydropower developers in India under the majority ownership of the Ministry of Power, Government of India, submitted an interest on May 31st, 2022 to IBN to develop the West Seti and Seti River 6 projects through the negotiation window of the Public-Private Partnership and Investment Act 2019. These are some of the clips that was taken during the time of the exchange visits. The 51st board of the IBN held on June 6 recommended the government to grant the approval to NHPC to develop these projects, and the Government of Nepal Council of Ministers on June 14th this year approved these two projects for the development through negotiation, also approved the application of NHPC to develop these two projects, and for that also formed a negotiation committee led by the CEO of IBN to negotiate with the NHPC to draft MoU. The committee comprised of the joint secretaries from the Prime Minister's Office, Ministry of Energy, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Law and Justice, Investment Board Nepal, Managing Director of NEA, and Undersecretary Technical of IBN. The committee and the NHPC, after comprehensive and fruitful discussions and deliberations, came out with a negotiated draft of MoU, and 52nd board meeting of IBN on August 8, 2022 approved the draft MoU and authorized the IBN CEO to sign the MoU. So these are the clip of 51st board and the 52nd board. Now let me present you some of the highlights of MoU that IBN and NHPC is going to enter shortly. Basically, the NHPC is to undertake the detailed project study, and this MoU will pave the way to enter into the negotiation for the project development agreement after completion of the studies. MoU has also stated the scope of study, where NHPC has to review the previous studies, undertake a gap analysis, prepare inception report and the TOR for the detailed project study on the different scopes, on the different following scopes, ranging from technical, social, environmental, economic, financial, and geological dimensions, market access and availability, transmission power system, evacuation system, availability of financial resources, and so forth. And this study has to be conducted within 2 years, starting from the issuance of the generation license, and in between, the draft report and the final DPR has to be submitted. And the progress report every 2 months has to be submitted. So this is how the work plan and the time schedule has been chalked out in MoU. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, sir. Thank you indeed for taking us through this nutshell view of the entire project that we are so eagerly looking forward to. Ladies and gentlemen, now we will be hearing about the developers, the NHPC, ladies and gentlemen, which is a Government of India enterprise under the Ministry of Power. It was ladies and gentlemen, incorporated in the year 1975 and is one of the largest hydropower developers in India under the majority ownership of the Ministry of Power, the Government of India. NHPC Ltd presently has an installation base of 7,071.2 megawatts from 24 power stations and is presently engaged in the construction of 11 projects aggregating to a total installed capacity of 7,539 megawatts. To give you more, I once again draw your attention towards the screen for this brief corporate film on NHPC Limited.
From the laps of the mighty Himalayan mountain ranges flows Mother Nature's most precious blessing, water. And within this blessing lies the precious treasure of the energy of hydropower. This invaluable energy becomes a reality with skill and capability by India's premier hydropower company, NHPC Ltd. Established in the year 1975, NHPC has come a long way in establishing itself as India's foremost hydropower company. Today, NHPC has an installed capacity of over 7,000 megawatt from 24 power stations, including joint venture projects. In addition, NHPC is presently constructing projects with a total installed capacity of 7,500 megawatt and projects with a capacity of almost 50,000 megawatt under various stages of approval. NHPC is constantly striving to discover new destinations and targets and has also forayed into wind and solar energy. With sheer hard work of its skilled and competent workforce, NHPC has today become the largest hydropower company in the central sector and has earned its place as a Schedule A Miniratna enterprise of the Government of India. NHPC has been showing strong financial performance over the years. In the financial year 2021-22, NHPC generated 24,855 million units against design energy of 23,610 million units.
अभी तक हम 7,071 मेगावाट पे काम कर चुके हैं, जो कि बिजली उत्पादन कर रही है और इसमें कुल 24 पावर स्टेशंस हैं। परियोजनाओं का माननीय मंत्री श्री आर.के. सिंह साहब ने दौरा किया और चल रहे कार्यों की काफ़ी तारीफ की और इनके कारण जो हमारे अधिकारी कर्मचारी इन जगहों पे कार्य कर रहे हैं उनके अंदर एक अलग सी ऊर्जा आई है और वो बहुत लगन से कार्य कर रहे हैं और जो टारगेट सेट किया गया है उससे भी पहले कार्य पूरा हो इस पे निरंतर प्रयास कर रहे हैं। अभी कुछ नए प्रोजेक्ट भी हम टेंडर कर दिए हैं, जैसे डूगर प्रोजेक्ट हो जो एक दिवांग प्रोजेक्ट बहुत बड़ा है, 2880 मेगावाट का है। बहुत सारे समस्याएं थी, करीब करीब वो सुलझ चुकी हैं। साथ ही सुबानसरी और दिवांग वैली में हम नए प्रोजेक्ट लेने जा रहे हैं। सोलर पे हम बहुत एक्टिव काम कर रहे हैं। पिछले वर्ष मंत्री जी ने एक टारगेट दिया था,
तो अभी बहुत काम करना है और अभी बहुत आगे बढ़ना है। आपको कम से कम 50,000 मेगावाट की कंपनी बननी, तब जाकर करके ये होगा कि हाँ साहब सो हम लोगों ने अपने हाइड्रो पावर की पूरी क्षमता का हम लोगों ने एक्सप्लॉइटेशन किया।
NHPC has worked with utmost dedication to bring progress and prosperity in whichever area it has ventured and has given priority to improving the lives of these areas and its residents. NHPC has provided fair compensation, employment opportunities and opportunities for children's education to the local residents affected by the projects. NHPC has made continuous efforts to make the local residents self-reliant. NHPC understands its social responsibility and works diligently for the welfare of project-affected families and also for benefit of the general public through CSR. These works include education and skill development, healthcare and sanitation, environment, rural development, women empowerment, arts and culture and sport, etc. During the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, the organization provided facilities like oxygen plants, quarantine centers, vaccination, oxygen cylinders, concentrators for the convenience of the local people. The achievements and contributions of NHPC have been appreciated and recognized at both national and international levels. The Haryana government presented a letter of appreciation to NHPC for its best corporate responsibility practices and COVID-19 relief work. NHPC was awarded as the best performing PSC at Prakash Mai 13th Inertia Awards. NHPC's 510 megawatt Teesta 5 power station has been awarded the prestigious Blue Planet Prize by the International Hydropower Association. NHPC was honored as winner in category of Best Implementation of Dam Rehabilitation Project at the Water Digest Water Awards 2021-2022. NHPC was also awarded the Gold Shield for Excellence in Financial Reporting awarded by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India for financial year 2020-21. NHPC is also contributing to the development of sports by providing scholarships to the budding players, as a result of which some of the players supported by NHPC are making the country proud by achieving fame in national and international events. The company is all set for carving a special place and taking lead in India's power sector landscape and maintaining its leadership role in hydropower development in India.
हाइड्रो प्रोजेक्ट के लिए हमारे पास कंसेप्ट टू कमीशनिंग तक का बहुत ही अच्छा एक एक्सपीरियंस है, एक टीम है और इस पे आने वाले समय में जो हमें भारत सरकार की तरफ से मौका दिया गया है, निश्चित रूप से हमारी टीम उसको निराश नहीं करेगी और समय से पूरा करेगी। माननीय ऊर्जा मंत्री श्री आर.के. सिंह साहब ने NHPC से 50,000 मेगावाट की कंपनी बनने के लिए आह्वान किया था और हमें लगता था कि बहुत बड़ा लक्ष्य होगा, परंतु जिस तरीके से हमारी टीम पिछले एक वर्षों में तैयारी कर रही है कि 2035-40 तक NHPC 50,000 मेगावाट की क्षमता हासिल कर लेगी।
NHPC has set for itself the ambitious target of becoming a 50,000 megawatt company. The organization is prepared to march onwards, meeting all challenges head-on with full vigor and strength. NHPC is taking its steps steadily with full determination and dedication. NHPC, turning challenges into opportunities.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, turning challenges into opportunities. And it is a prized coming together of two accomplished entities, both together pursuing a project, a goal which ensures the energy security and connect for both the countries and ultimately in the region. Said that, ladies and gentlemen, I now have the privilege to steer you all through to the moment that we all have gathered here for. Dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, in the gracious presence of Right Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Sher Bahadur Deuba, the Investment Board of Nepal and NHPC of India will be signing a MoU of West Seti Hydroelectric Project and Seti River 6 Hydroelectric Project, the largest HEP pursued to date in Nepal. With much humility, I have the pleasure of inviting for the signing ceremony the CEO of the Investment Board of Nepal, Mr. Sushil Bhatta, and the Chairman and MD of NHPC Ltd of India, Mr. Abhay Kumar Singh, to kindly proceed forward and take their seats at the signing table. आदरणीय महानुभावहरू, 2019मा नेपालले आयोजना गरेको लगानी सम्मेलनमा समेत शोकेस गरिएको यो राष्ट्रिय गौरवको र इन्भेस्टमेन्ट बोर्ड नेपाल सरकारले अत्यन्तै प्राथमिकताका साथ अघि बढाएको वेस्ट सेती हाइड्रोपावर प्रोजेक्टको यो MoU-मा आज हस्ताक्षर हुँदैछ र रिजल्ट बेस्ड फ्रेमवर्कमा अगाडि बढाइएको PPP मोडलको यो प्रोजेक्टको आज MoU मा हस्ताक्षर पश्चात यसले अध्ययनको लागि बाटो खुला गर्नेछ भने आउँदो 1 वर्षभित्र प्रोजेक्ट डेभलपमेन्ट स्टेजमा जाने विश्वास हामीले यस अवसरमा लिएका छौँ। Ladies and gentlemen, we will now witness the exchange of the signed MOUs between the IBN and NHPC. लामो पर्खाइ पश्चातको यो अभूतपूर्व र ऐतिहासिक क्षण आदरणीय महानुभावहरू, MoU between NHPC Ltd, a Government of India enterprise, and the Investment Board of Nepal under the Government of Nepal have signed and exchanged the MoU for the West Seti Hydroelectric Project and Seti River 6 Hydroelectric Project, the largest hydroelectric project to be pursued in Nepal so far, with a capacity of 1200 megawatts. This paves way for the study of the project, and we are firmly believing that the project will enter the development phase within 1 year beginning today. Many, many congratulations and thank you to the distinguished dignitaries. With this, may I now invite Mr. Abhay Kumar Singh, the Chairman and MD of NHPC, to share a few words marking this august occasion.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone here. Right Honorable Prime Minister of Nepal, Honorable Ministers of Nepal, His Excellencies Indian Ambassadors to India, dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I wish to express my heartfelt gratitude to the Right Honorable Prime Minister for gracing this path-breaking occasion, which will open yet another chapter of India-Nepal cooperation. India and Nepal share a unique relationship of friendship and cooperation characterized by a deep-rooted feeling of brotherhood and common cultural heritage. NHPC's entry into Nepal hydropower sector, once again after almost 4 decades, has become possible only due to the visionary leadership of the Right Honorable Prime Minister of Nepal and Honorable Prime Minister of India. It is a great honor for us that we are getting an opportunity to further this friendship and be a part of the hydropower development in this wonderful country. NHPC as an organization has long history of association with Nepal, and this great country has a special place in our heart. The first overseas project which was implemented was in Nepal, that is 14.1 megawatt Devi Ghat project in Nuwakot in 1983. At Tanakpur, I started my career in NHPC and was associated from the very beginning till commissioning. At Dhauli Ganga, I worked at the beginning of the project, where I was closely associated with the committee and could get their wholehearted support in giving their land for the project. We have been successfully operating Tanakpur Power Station for more than 3 decades and Dhauli Ganga Power Station for close to 2 decades without any issue. With the financial assistance of Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, we have also completed 1.2 kilometer Indo-Nepal link canal from Tanakpur Barrage. I owe a lot of my success and achievements to my humble beginnings at Tanakpur Power Station. I am filled with emotions, especially pride, that after working at the grassroots level in these projects in my formative years, I get this great opportunity to sign this MoU as a CMD of NHPC Ltd for construction of hydropower projects in Nepal. The foundation of our renewed partnership can be traced to this very place where we have gathered today back in 2019. During the Power Summit, we had initial discussions with HIDCL, Nepal on partnering for growth of hydropower sector in Nepal. The COVID-19 pandemic posed many challenges, but with the blessings and support of Nepal government, Ministry of Power and Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, today we are starting the journey of mutual cooperation. I am thankful to the Investment Board of Nepal for having reposed confidence and faith in our abilities to implement clean, green and sustainable projects of national importance like West Seti and SR6. We understand that these projects are seen as harbinger of development in Sudur Paschim and have immense emotional values. It is my assurance to this august gathering that NHPC will leave no stone unturned for development of West Seti and SR6 projects. We assure that to complete these projects on time and in a cost-effective manner, we shall use every bit of knowledge, experience gained while constructing and operating 22 hydropower in close to 5 decades of our existence. We will also be investing over 18,000 crore INR to develop these projects. We will be expediting the preparation of DPR of the projects and establish the commercial viability of these projects within the scheduled time period. It is our history that when we enter a project, we complete it. These two projects are very special for NHPC as it will boost our credential as a global hydropower player by taking up such big projects outside our country. It was truly a dream for many of us to work in Nepal. Once again, this memorandum of understanding provides the right opportunity to rekindle our association with this beautiful country after a long hiatus. I have been in hydropower industry for more than 37 years, and based on my personal experience, I am stating that these projects are harbinger of development. This is the beauty of hydropower that is nourishes and enriches the local community and the economy, and I am sure that a new chapter of economic development is on the way for the Sudur Paschim. A large number of people from Nepal have helped in building most of our marquee hydropower projects in India. I am sure that they will, with their expertise, help in implementation of the national pride projects of Nepal. We are thankful for the support we have got from Government of Nepal and its various agency organizations for expediting the MoU for execution of these vital projects of Nepal. We are also thankful to the Ministry of Power, Government of India, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, and especially the Indian Embassy for facilitating the encouraging our endeavor to work abroad. Last but not the least, I would like to thank Mrs. Matrix Enterprises, our local consultant, Representative Mr. Pradeep Rana, for his role in assisting the process. I am sure that this is just the start of the long journey in the pursuit of hydropower development in our country. With the India committing to reach net zero carbon emission by 2070 and with Nepal preparing to target it by 2050, developing clean, green and sustainable hydropower is essential for both the countries. I am sure that we will get further opportunity for harnessing the huge hydropower potential of Nepal, and we solicit your support in the long journey we are about to take. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, at this very, very important occasion, would also like to acknowledge the greetings sent by His Excellency, the Indian Ambassador to Nepal, to the CEO of the Office of the Investment Board of Nepal on this very, very august occasion. His Excellency, the Indian Ambassador, Mr. Naveen Srivastava, despite his eagerness, could not attend the program owing to his ill health. As we send him best wishes for speedy recovery, we also send back our sense of gratitude. Said that, ladies and gentlemen, on this very historic and very momentous occasion, we'd also like to extend our gratitude to each and every individual and entity contributing to this project from the day of its conceptualization to the various stages that came by in this long interval to this date when this project is taking shape. As we look forward very, very confidently and with a lot of hope of receiving utmost support and cooperation from all the stakeholder communities, the consultants, experts, and everyone, and more importantly, the local government and the entire local public as well. And in this very, as we mark this historic day, in high spirits, it's my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, and a privilege to call upon you to join me now to make a request to our chief guest, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, who's also the chair of the Investment Board of Nepal, to address this forum.
Honorable Ministers, Honorable Chief Minister of Far Western Province, Honorable members of the House of Representatives, members of Investment Board, and CEO of Investment Board, secretaries and officials, Chair and Managing Director of NHPC India, distinguished guests, friends from media, ladies and gentlemen. I am pleased to be here at the MoU Signing Ceremony concerning the development of Seti Hydroelectric Project and Seti River. 6 hydroelectric project. I wish to take this opportunity to congratulate both the Investment Board of Nepal and NHPC Ltd for signing the MoU. The projects are expected to contribute to the socio-economic development of the Sudur Pasim province in particular, and Nepal as a whole. Nepal and India have been enjoying friendly relations since ancient times. Our two countries share geography, history, and culture. We have strong economic ties and people-to-people relationship. We deeply appreciate the cooperation extended by the Government of India in Nepal's development efforts. I would also like to acknowledge with appreciation India's support in unleashing Nepal's hydropower growth potential. During my recent visit to India, Prime Minister Modi ji and I agreed on a vision statement on cooperation in power sector, underlining the need for strengthening mutually beneficial bilateral cooperation in these sectors. Furthermore, during the visit Prime Minister Modi ji to Lumbini, we had a productive discussion on this matter, and I invited investment companies from India for the development of Vaisheti hydropower project. MoU that has been signed and exchanged will serve an important instrument in enhancing Nepal-India energy cooperation. Implementation of this project will help expand and strengthen bilateral trade and investment. Hydropower is one of the areas of comparative advantage for investment in Nepal. I would like to sincerely thank the Government of India for opening electricity market for Nepal. I am confident that our close neighbor India will increase import of surplus power from Nepal in this context. I am on this view that we should start with due priority the construction of few more cross-border transmission lines. It will help develop more projects and promote cross-border power trade for the benefit of our two countries and the people. Ladies and gentlemen, I am hopeful that project will be developed in a timely manner. As the chairperson of the Investment Board of Nepal, I strongly urge all the concerned authorities to make these vital projects successful through effective coordination and collaborations. म विश्वस्त छु कि एनएचपीसीले यी परियोजनाहरू समयमै अध्ययन गरी विकासको प्रक्रिया सुरु गर्नेछ। अध्ययन गर्ने क्रममा सरोकारवाला सबै तहका सरकार, सम्बन्धित निकाय, स्थानीय जनताको सक्रिय साथ र सहयोगको अपेक्षा गर्दछु। पश्चिम सेती परियोजना राष्ट्रिय गौरवको परियोजना भएको र यी परियोजनाको साथै नेपाली जनता साथै सबै नेपाली जनतालाई हुन्छ। परियोजनाको लाभ सबै नेपाली जनतालाई हुन्छ र यो सुदूरपश्चिमका प्रभावित क्षेत्रको जनताहरू अझ बढी लाभान्वित हुनेछन्। यस क्षेत्रको आर्थिक क्रियाकलापमा सुधार आउनेछ। परियोजनाको लाभ लिनेका लागि यसको निर्माण कार्यमा आफ्नो स्तरबाट सबैको सहयोगको अपेक्षा गर्दछु। यसका निम्ति नेपाल सरकारको तर्फबाट गर्नुपर्ने सबै प्रकारका समन्वय सहयोग रहने कुरा पनि विश्वास ल्याउन चाहन्छु। And I would like to thank you, NHPC India, for taking this noble initiative to develop Vaisheti and SR6 project. We invite more investors from India to invest in Nepal's hydropower sectors. I similarly would like to thank IBN team and its CEO for making the untiring effort for gathering large-scale investment in Nepal. We are making constant endeavors in creating an investment-friendly environment for development of the infrastructural transformative infrastructures in Nepal. In transforming the Nepal's development landscape, we look forward for receiving continued support and cooperation from our friendly and well-wishers, from our friends and well-wishers. Finally, I wish all success on this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Right Honourable Prime Minister, for your gracious presence and for your very valued words on this occasion. Said that, ladies and gentlemen, we are now arriving towards the end of this historic ceremony. And for the closing remarks, I have the pleasure of inviting to the podium the CEO at the Office of the Investment Board of Nepal, Mr. Sushil Bhattal.
Right Honourable Prime Minister and Chairperson of Investment Board Nepal, Honourable Minister for Finance and Vice Chair of Investment Board Nepal, Honourable Minister for Energy, Water Resources and Irrigation, Honourable Minister for Industry, Commerce and Supplies, Honourable Minister for Forest and Environment, Honourable Chief Minister of Sudar Pachim Pradesh, Honourable State Minister, Honourable Vice Chairman of National Planning Commission, Honourable Members of the Parliament, respected IBN board members, respected Governor, Chief of District Coordination Committee and Secretaries, his well-senior officials from Indian Embassy, Chairman and Managing Director of NHPC, and other team members from NHPC, well, President of FNCCI, CNI, and Chamber of Commerce and private sector representatives from various developer companies, mayors and chairperson of local rural municipalities present here, distinguished guests, friends from media, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening. Let me take the opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to Right Honourable Prime Minister, Chairperson of Investment Board Nepal, and Honourable Minister and board members for the gracious presence today and for providing appropriate guidance to take the West Seti Hydroelectric Project and Seti River 6 Hydroelectric Project forward. This event itself marks not only the fundamental milestones towards that end, but also clear enough gesture on realizing shared vision on energy cooperation between Nepal and India. And I delightfully take this opportunity to really acknowledge and extend heartiest thanks to all who have played pivotal role to bring the project to this stage, particularly a high-level study committee led by Honorable Vice Chairperson of National Planning Commission, an apex planning body of the country, for making immense effort in study of the project development modality. Well, I would like to extend thanks to all of the members of the negotiation committee and the entire team of my office, including Urja Nepal, for their earnest effort and support in negotiation process, drafting and finalization of Memorandum of Understanding for West Seti Hydroelectric Project and Seti River 6 Hydroelectric Project. I'm pleased to share with you all that we were seriously engaged to come up with appropriate solution to move this project forward, considering the constructive feedback and concerns expressed by stakeholders. And similarly, I feel honored to express that negotiation with NHPC went smooth in each period of sitting, and we found NHPC Ltd sincere in all stages until negotiation and coming up with a mind to accomplish the task soon as possible. Endeavors from both parties and firm determination towards the realization of this project has been instrumental in concluding the negotiation of the MoU. And we have already witnessed this important event of MoU signing ceremony for issuing survey license for the study and development of the project, which has been listed as national priority project more than 3 decades, including Seti River 6, which is a P1 priority project. And as expressed by Chairman Managing Director, Mr. Singh, we do also firmly believe both the projects will be smoothly implemented. As mentioned in presentation, NHPC Ltd, incorporated in 1975, is one of the largest hydropower developers in India under the majority ownership of Ministry of Power, Government of India, has been a sound company in terms of financial, technical, and experiences and expertise of working in energy projects in South Asia. And more particularly, it has sound technical background and experiences with capacities to undertake the activities from conceptualization to commissioning in relation to development of hydroelectric project and their operations. With these backgrounds, we are confident that NHPC will complete the project study within the stipulated time frame and develop the project at earliest. And IBN is there in due effective coordination with concerned line agency. We would do effective facilitation and hand holding. That's the assurance as an office would want to give. And the salient features of the projects are already presented by senior division engineer, and the benefits of the development of the storage projects are clearly visible and it's clear in all sense. With increased economic activities, these projects are expected to have multiplier impacts in economic development of country with creation of strong backward and forward linkages that will not only help develop far western province but also contribute significantly to the national economy. And successfully developing these projects can be of huge multifaceted positive implication of both friendly nation, that is what we are saying, shared prosperity. Let me recall the loud and clear message expressed by our Right Honorable Prime Minister's visit to India and through India-Nepal Joint Vision Statement for Energy Cooperation. Nepal has vast potential of clean, green and renewable energy. West Seti and SR6 projects having indicative installed capacity of 750 and 450 respectively, totaling 1200 megawatt, is the largest project being implemented in the country ever. Nepal, with its potential capacity in hydroelectricity, can be a powerhouse for South Asia. This will help provide clean and renewable energy, thus help reduce carbon footprints. I will take this opportunity to speak few words about Investment Board Nepal. This is an investment promotion and PPP nodal agency chaired by Right Honorable Prime Minister, established some 11 years back, has approved an investment of around 8.74 billion for 33 projects which are in different stages of development, and IBN is hand-holding them very properly and seriously. And among them, few cement plants like Hongsi Cement with 6,000 TPT and Wasin Narayani Cement with 3,000 TPT has already come into commercial operation, and like 900 megawatt Arun 3 hydroelectric project is nearing towards completion because overall physical progress stands at 62%, and though we are doing best to sequence the extra high voltage transmission line constructions, we are doing best facilitation, and which will upon completion will feed to Indian grid as well as partially to Nepalese system in near future. Lower Arun hydroelectric project with 669 megawatt, Upper Karnali hydroelectric project with also 900 megawatt, and Tamor storage hydroelectric project with 756 megawatt are in various stages of development. Unsolicited hydro projects such as Upper Trisuli 1 hydroelectric project with 216 megawatt is in construction stage, and Upper Marsangdi 2 with a PROR scheme with a rated capacity of 327 megawatt is in advanced study stage. And IBN has set a vision of developing Nepal as an attractive investment destination and is committed to availing excellent and quality services for timely execution of the projects to investors as partners for economic prosperity. To achieve IBN's vision and national goal, IBN has come up with strategic plan and business plan approved by the IBN board. Two of our key goals to approve investment of at least $10 billion and manage PPP of at least $6 billion by year 2026. Realization of these projects with the combined capacity of 1200 megawatt and estimated cost of around indicative cost, I would say, around $2.12 billion will contribute majorly, bring forth a big push in attaining these goals. As part of the major assignment of investment promotion, IBN is going to organize Sustainable Infrastructure Investment Forum on 14th of September this year. Taking advantage of this today's August gathering, I would like to invite you all to take part in the SIIF event next month at the same venue, and will together make it a grand success. And we are delighted to have signed and exchanged this MoU today for development of West Seti and SR6 hydroelectric projects in the gracious presence of Right Honorable Prime Minister and other distinguished dignitaries, Deputy Chief of Mission representing His Excellency Ambassador of India, and I, on behalf of IBN, Office of the Investment Board, and on my personal behalf, would like to congratulate NHPC Limited and personally to CMD Mr. Abhay Kumar Singh on this occasion. And this is indeed an important milestone in energy cooperation between our countries, and I would like to assure you once again, IBN and NHPC will be coming together and working together as a true partner for development of these projects for economic prosperity of our nation and people. And finally, I would like to thank you all for your gracious presence at this historic event, and thank you, and please join with us for the reception outside the hall. Enjoy your evening. Namaste.
May I request all of you to kindly be seated for a bit before the departure of the distinguished dignitaries, and before we disperse, may I request the high dignitaries, the Honorable Minister of State, Mr. Umesh Shrestha, the NRV Governor, Mr. Mahaprasad Adhikari, the high representatives from the Indian Embassy of Nepal to kindly come up on stage for a quick photo opportunity marking this historic occasion. I also request the IBN board members to kindly join the dignitaries up on stage for a quick photo opportunity with our distinguished dignitaries. We request all the members in the audience to kindly be seated for a bit before the departure of the high dignitaries. And this is also inviting all of you to the reception dinner, marking this very historic occasion, which will be served outside at the garden. Let us make use of this very important social to foster our collaboration, social and networking. Thank you so much to all the IBN members. And with this, we announce the departure of our chief guest, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Sher Bahadur Deuba. We request all the members in the audience to kindly be seated until the departure of our VVIPs. And we also place our humble invite to all our distinguished dignitaries to join us at the reception dinner being hosted outside at the garden. One more time, our invitation to all our esteemed invitees and dignitaries to join us for the reception dinner that's being hosted outside at the garden. Said that, thank you so much for your very, very valuable presence. Have an enjoyable evening and bon appetit. Thank you.